Hi children, good morning everybody. Welcome to 10th standard second language English YouTube classes. I, Sudarshan ML, Sri Marulusiddeshwara Smaraka Nagasamudra Shikaranna High School, Bendekere, Arsikere Taluk, Hassan District. My dear children, that we are learning the lessons through the YouTube classes and as well as the DD1 classes to children. I hope that you are all making use of these technology based classes fully in order to learn and make your learning experience better, children. Okay. Yes, before going to start my today's class, children, I will show some picture. I will show the picture of some great person. Let's have a discussion on that person first and let's move on to the present class, children. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Look at the picture, my dear children. Yes, it's a well-known figure of the world, and especially we the Indians will never forget this personality, children. Am I right? Yes. Do you know this person, children? Yes. He is none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Then who is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is very familiar as the chairman of the Indian Drafting Committee of the Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution was framed, was written by this great personality of the country called Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Got it, children? The life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was not a easy sail, children. He struggled a lot and worked hard and studied much. He did a hard work for his education. Then he reached to that extent in his life, children. We have in 10th standard the story of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The lesson number 4 is about the great personality of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. Okay, shall we study that lesson, children? Are you ready? Okay, then all of you open your textbook and let us see the history of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the background of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and his achievements that he has done and the contributions that he has given to the country. Okay, yes, all of you open your textbook and let us see the great achievement of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in that story. Shall we? Have you opened, children? Yes. In page number 68 that we have this lesson called Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. Before going to start this lesson, children, yes, they have given a small poem in the beginning of this lesson, children. Look at that poem. Not gold but only men can make a nation great and strong. Men who for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer long. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly, they build a nation's pillar deep and lift them to the sky. See, it's a small poem, children. Though it is a small poem, it shows how the nation builder, how the patriots have built this nation called our beloved India. So, we all love our country. Do you love, children? Yes. Of course, every Indians have a great faith, have a great love on the motherland. Got it, children? So, and this country was not built by one or two people, children. many of the people, thousands of people, thousands of freedom fighters have sacrificed their life to build this nation. One among them is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, yes. Let us see the story of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. And this present lesson is taken from the extract of the book called R. Venkatraman, children. This lesson is an extract from the message which R. Venkatraman, the former President of India, wrote the book Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, The Man and His Message, a commemorative volume edited by Sri Sudarshan Agarwal, children. Dr. Ambedkar was conferred Bharat Ratna posthumously in recognition of his great service to the nation. Posthumously in the sense, after the death of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the government has awarded him Bharat Ratna, children. Okay. And the people who awarded Bharat Ratna after the death, children, that system is called posthumously. Okay. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was given the Bharat Ratna also because of the dedication that he has done to the country. So, what type of man is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and what are the contributions of Ambedkar to the Indian Constitution or to the India? Okay, let us see. Okay, let us see first what type of man, what type of personality is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Shall we? Yes. Look at the first paragraph, children. One trait which marked Baba Saheb during his student days and in fact throughout his life was that he was a voracious reader. He had an insatiable thirst for books. He bought books by curtailing his daily needs. In New York, it is said to have purchased about 2,000 old books. And it is recorded that at that time of the second round table conference in London, he bought so many books that they had to be sent to India in 32 boxes. Look at this paragraph, children. Okay. I will give you the time to read it again silently after reading to 3 paragraph, children. Okay. Yes. Let's move on to the second paragraph. It is important to record here one major influence on Dr. Ambedkar. While in the USA, he was drawn to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the USA, which gave freedom to the black Americans. He saw at once the parallel of the situation for the depressed class in India. On returning home, Baba Saheb came to be greatly influenced by the life and work of Mahatma Phule. The victory of the classless society and the woman's uplift. The need as well as the feasibility of the reform impressed itself on Baba Saheb's mind, and he decided to devote all his time and talents for the amelioration of his underprivileged brethren. Newspapers started by him, such as the Mookanayaka, Bahishkrit Bharat, and Samata, were at once recognized as the authentic voices of the depressed classes. Likewise, institutions set up by him, such as the Hitakarini Sabha and the Independent Labour Party of India, became vehicles of change. During the same period, Gandhiji was the pioneering his epic reforms of the Indian society, which included the uplift of depressed classes whom Gandhiji had termed Harijanas. Baba Saheb was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly in the elections under the Constitution of India Act 1935. Baba Saheb made effective contributions to the debates in the Assembly on a variety of subjects. His flair for the legislative work became evident to the whole nation. Soon, the Constituent Assembly of India offered Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and prominent shape to the social philosophy and to his undying faith in the dignity of human beings. Baba Sahib was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of the far-sighted and objective leadership of the Indian National Congress that it requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and made its chairman. Okay, yes. Read this passage 5 minutes silently, children. Okay, look at there. You might have come across some new words while reading these passages, children. So that I have given you the meaning of those new words in this slide. Look at the meaning of those new words, children, first. See, look at the first word, veracious. Okay, what do you mean by veracious here? Veracious in the sense, okay, eager for knowledge. Okay, insatiable, not satisfied. Am I right? So then, edifice, in the sense, system. Then, infatigable, never giving up. Tyranny, cruel or unjust. Statute, law. Okay. Eliminate, remove. Oppression, bad rule or injustice. Then, yes, virulence, being harmful. Violate, liable or change rapidly. Untrammeled, not restricted. Complacent, satisfied with oneself. Got it, children? Yes, while reading these paragraphs, children, if you come across these words, you understand the meaning like this and move on. Okay, I hope that you have read the passage, children. Got it? Have you read? Okay. Let's come to the first paragraph, children. In the very first paragraph, that we have got 1 2 marks question, children. What is that? How can you say that Ambedkar was a voracious reader? Got it? So this is one of the very important question in this lesson, children. This particular question has been asked several times for 2 marks. Okay, keep in your mind, children. In this text, whatever the lines are, the lines which are underlined are very important on the point of 2 marks question. Okay, this is one of the skill that I am using to make you to understand, children. Okay, look at the first stanza here, paragraph. So, what is there in the first paragraph? His keen interest regarding reading and textbook was highlighted here. Okay, what question may arise on this paragraph, children? How can you say Ambedkar was a voracious reader? Got it? So what do you mean by voracious? That we had seen the meaning of the word voracious in the new words, children. What do you mean by voracious? Voracious in the sense, so eager. Daha anta. Artha. So if you drink the water, children, okay, we can't be satisfied. If you are tired, if you get only half cup of water, what you will do? It is insatiable. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ ದಾಹ ತೀರಲ್ಲ, isn't it? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So that is called insatiable. Look at the word there. Ambedkar, he was a voracious reader. He was so eager to read. And he had an insatiable thirst for books. He was so, greedy in reading. He had a greed in reading, children. Some people have greed in making money, children. But this fellow was very greedy. He had an insatiable thirst. Thirst andre daha yaudr mele in reading. Got it? How can you say that he was a voracious reader? Which examples? See, the author has given us a few instances to show that he is a voracious reader. What instances that he has highlighted here? Look at that. He bought books by curtailing his daily needs. Look at the nature of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. While he was reading, while he was studying, children, he was saving the money to buy books. He bought books by curtailing his daily needs. Curtailing in a sense? Okay. He used to save money in order to get the books, children. Curtailing ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ we can say ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. For example, he was skipping some food. By skipping the morning breakfast, he would have saved at least 2-3 rupees in that time. Okay, or 50 paisa or 1 rupee, children. In that 1 rupee or 50 paisa or 1 rupee that he was getting the books, children. He was collecting the money. He was saving the money and he was purchasing the books in those saving amount. So, curtailing, the word curtailing shows us that he was skipping some of his necessary things in order to save money. As I give the example now. Okay, as I told you that sometimes that he was skipping his morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, okay, and night supper or dinner in order to save money. Why he was saving money? He was saving money to purchase the books, children. It shows that he was so eager. He was keen to read, children. He was very much interested in reading. In New York, it is said that to have purchased about 2,000 old books. Look at the greed of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in reading, children. When he had been to New York, children, he has purchased 2,000 old books. See, in second sales, even in India also, even today that we can get these type of shops, children, second-hand book-stalls are there. They give the books, okay, for the very cheap rate. Okay, used books. They are not the new one. Used books, in a sense, if I purchase the books, just imagine. After reading, what I will do? I will give it back for the little certain amount. And those people will sell those old books for the cheap rate. Got it? For those type of books that he has brought from the New York, nearly about 2,000 old books that he has purchased. What does it show? It shows the greed of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in reading, children. And another instance is telling us, and it is recorded that at the time of second round table conference in London, he bought so many books that they had to send to India in 32 boxes. Wow. Look at the interest. Look at the way that he was reading, children. It's really amazing to know, children, know these type of facts, children. Got it? When he had been to second round table conference to London, he purchased the books in London, and those books were sent by the ship to India in 32 boxes. It's really amazing to know this fact, children. Got it, children? These two instances, what do these two instances shows us, children? As very good, children. Keep in your mind, these two instances shows us that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a voracious reader. Got it? Can you write the answer for this particular question, children? If they ask, how can you prove that Ambedkar is a voracious reader? If they ask like that, Yes, you have to write like this. He was a voracious reader, and he had an insatiable thirst for books. Okay. He bought books by curtailing his daily needs. When he had been to New York, he purchased 2,000 old books, and when he went to London for a second round table conference, he purchased 32 boxes of books. Okay, it shows that he was a voracious reader. Got it, children? Yes. Yes. It is important to record here one major influence on Ambedkar while in the USA. He was drawn to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the USA, which gave freedom to the black Americans. See, children, Ambedkar had been to New York, and we know that he has constructed, and he has the chairman of the Indian Constitution, children, drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. So he has read the books of different countries, and getting the information of the different knowledge, getting the information from the constitution of the different countries, that he try to write our own constitution, which is very essential to our nativity, children. Okay, that is what that he done while writing the constitution, children. When he was in New York, one particular amendment at New York was influenced him. Which was that? Yes, that was the 14th Amendment of the American Constitution. USA in the sense here, it's a America, children. The 14th Amendment of America. Look at the lines here, children. The 14th Amendment of America. Sorry. USA. Isn't it? That has influenced him. How it has influenced? What does the 14th Amendment signifies there? What is the importance of the 14th Amendment of the America? So, look at there, children. The 14th Amendment of America, it gave the freedom to the black Americans. In America, there was the race war, children. There was the, what do you say that? There was a war between black and white race, children, regarding the rights. The black people were not given the human rights for so many years. When Abraham Lincoln became the president of president of America, there was a struggle held in America between the black and white race. Then the Americans gave freedom to the black people, and that amendment was included to the American Constitution. That was the 14th Amendment, children. So, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he saw at once the parallel of the situation for the depressed class in India. See, look at the way that he thought, children. He had studied about the 14th Amendment of the America, which gave the rights to the black race in America. He looked that amendment to the parallel in the sense to he compared that rules and amendment to the people who are depressed in India. Depressed in the sense the people who were humiliated, who are denied with their basic needs or basic rights from the beginning, children. Not needs, basic rights, children. Okay, such people are called the depressed class. Okay, and he looked to the parallel of those people in India. On returning home, Baba Sahib came to be greatly influenced by the life and work of Mahatma Phule. When he was in America, that he was influenced by the 14th Amendment of the USA, and he looked the 14th Amendment of USA to the parallel of the depressed class in India. And after some days, he came back to India, children. When he came back to India, that he was influenced by the great person called Mahatma Phule. See, who was the person influenced Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Yes, he is none other than Mahatma Phule. Why was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was influenced by Mahatma Phule, children? See, yes, look at underline that particular word there, children. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was influenced by Mahatma Phule. Why he was influenced? Influenced in the sense he was motivated. Okay, motivated. Why he was motivated? ಪ್ರಭಾವಕ್ಕೊಳಗಾಗುವುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಭಾವವನ್ನು ಬೀರಿದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಫೂಲೆ. ದ ವೆಟಾರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವುಮನ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. He was a great fighter of the classless society and women's upliftment. Classless in the sense Varga Rahita Samaja. Got it? That he fought for the classless society. In the sense that he fought for the discrimination. He fought against the discrimination. Not fought for, he fought against the discrimination in the society on the name of caste, religion, okay, and the economical background. Okay, and also he fought for the women's upliftment. During such period, children, women were not given such type of freedom as we are given in the present days, children. Even they are not allowed to come out from their homes during that period. That's why that he struggled to give freedom even to the women's. By that person, okay, that he was influenced. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was influenced. The need as well as the just a minute, children. The need as well as, excuse me, sorry. Faciability. Okay. Got it? The need and as well as the faciability. Got it? Of the reform impressed itself on the Baba Sahib's mind, and he decided to devote all his time and talents for the amelioration of the underprivileged brothers. When he was influenced by the Mahatma Phule, children, he has decided to fight for the people who are depressed in India or underprivileged people, brothers in the sense, yes, Anna Tammandiru ಅನ್ನೋ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ, because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is also belong to the underprivileged class, underprivileged caste, children. That is why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar decided to uplift in the sense to rise the economic background and their social living style to the high level, and try to brought them to the mainstream. Okay, he tried to bring the underprivileged people to the mainstream through his struggle, through his fight, children. So then what did Dr. B.R. Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India then? Look at that. So to uplift the depressed class in India, see, this question is also very important for 2 marks, children, and I have underlined those lines too. Write down this particular question, children. What did Dr. B.R. Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? Depressed in the sense underprivileged. ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಳಿತಕ್ಕೊಳಗಾಗಿರುವ, ಹಿಂದುಳಿದಿರುವ, got it? ಆ ಜನಾಂಗವನ್ನ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆತ್ತೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? What did Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? Look at it. To uplift the underprivileged people in India, he started the newspapers started by him, such as the Mookanayaka, Bahishkrut Bharat and Samata, were at the once recognized as the authentic voices of the depressed class. Look at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. What did he do? He started the newspapers. What are the newspapers that he has started? Yes, he started the newspapers like Mookanayaka, Bahishkrit Bharat, and Samata. Look here, children. This is the newspaper which was started by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar during that period, before the independence. Keep in your mind, children, before the Indian independence, that he had done all these struggles. Okay, this is the newspaper. Apart from Mookanayaka, he also started Samata and Bahishkrit Bharat. These newspapers have become the authentic voices of the depressed class. Authentic voices in the sense, ದನಿಯಾದವು. ಯಾರ ದನಿಯಾದವು? ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವರ್ಗದ ಜನಾಂಗದ ದನಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು. ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್, the institutions set up by him, such as the Hitakarini Sabha and Independent Labour Party of India, became vehicles of change. See there, you have to write these lines also. If they ask, what did Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? Okay, he not only started the newspapers, children, but also started some organizations or some institutions such as Hitakarini Sabha and Independent Labour Party, the political party. Okay, Independent Labour Party is a political party, children, that was established by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in order to, yes, bring the depressed class to the depressed people to the mainstream. During the same period, Gandhiji was the pioneering of his epic reforms of the Indian society, which included the uplift of the depressed class, whom Gandhiji had termed Harijanas. Look at that, children. Even Gandhiji was also trying to bring the changes in the society, children. He also trying to bring the equality in the Indian society through his struggle, children. Gandhiji was also trying to bring equality in the society, and he also knew the people who are depressed in India, they have to come to the mainstream. That's why that he was also focused on those depressed class, as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar focused on the depressed brothers, children. Both of these two, both the Gandhiji and Ambedkar, have struggling to bring changes in the lifestyle of these underprivileged class in India, children. Got it? See, this is Mookanayaka, and you might have seen both Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhiji. Both these two have fought to bring the equality among the Indians or in the society, especially the people who were denied with their basic rights. Okay, during that period, children, it has become the social evil. It has become the social evil, and the people were not given that much of, some people. Okay, not all. Some people, in the sense, the depressed class people. Okay, who belongs to the very lower caste, though who belongs to the lower caste during that period. Okay, were denied with the basic rights, children. Okay, to bring the changes in society, both these great personalities, children, both Mahatma Gandhiji, who is called the father of nation, he also struggled. He also led a strong struggle in order to bring the equality, in order to wipe out the caste system and inequality in the society. And Gandhiji termed those underprivileged or the depressed class in India as Harijanas. Okay. Hari, in the sense, they are the sons of God. Hari is a name of the God children. They belongs to the God. Hari Janas. Janas in the sense people. Got it? So like these children, both these two have fought for the fought to wipe out the caste system and bring the equality in the society. Have you understood? Okay. See, in the first paragraph, in this first paragraph, they may ask, how can you say that Ambedkar is a voracious reader, children? Okay. In this second para, they may ask a few questions like this, children. Which amendment was influenced, which amendment of America influenced Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Yes, the 14th Amendment of America. What did he learn from, or what did he get from the 14th Amendment of America? Yes, and the 14th Amendment of America, which gave freedom to the black people. In the same way, he looked it parallel to the depressed class in India. Who is the person influenced Dr. B.R. Ambedkar when he returned to India? Yes, by whom that he was influenced very much? Mahatma Phule. Who is Mahatma Phule? He is a fighter who was fighting for the women's upliftment and equality in the society. Okay. Then another important question is that what did Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? We know that he started the newspapers like Mookanayaka, Samata, Bahishkrit Bharat, and also the institutions like Hitakarani Sabha and Independent Labour Party have become the vehicles for change. He has established all these things in order to bring changes in the lifestyle of the depressed class in India. Okay. And what did Gandhiji call the depressed class in India? Yes, you are right. Gandhiji called them as a Harijanas. Got it, children? Yes. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. That you had seen that Mookanayaka, and this is the real picture of Ambedkar's newspaper, children. And yes, Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhiji, both these great personalities have fought for the equality in India. Okay. Yes, Ambedkar was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly in the election under the Constitution of India Act 1935. Baba Sahib made effective contribution to the debates in the assembly on the variety of subjects. His flair for the legislative work became evident to the whole nation. See, before the independence, under the Act of 1935, 1/3 of the Indians are electing to the Indian government, children. Though the Britishers were ruling in India, after the Dundee, after the so many struggle and fight in Indian fight for the Indian freedom, children. The British government had made little bit of changes in their administrative system, children. So as far as that is why it has brought the India Act under 1935. So as far as the India Act 1935, it gave chance to the native people to participate in the government by electing to the constitution or the assembly, children. Yes, by that rule, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was also elected from the Bombay Legislative Assembly. Okay. See, before the independence that he was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly, children. Keep in your mind. I am not talking about the after independence, before independence. Okay. And when he was elected to that assembly, he made an effective contribution to the debates. Assembly in the sense Shasakanga. Vidhan Sabha, Parliament, MLA, MLC, MP, isn't it? What they do? They do some debates about the bills. Got it? So like that, children. So during the time of British rule also, that he was elected to the assembly, and there he talked about the variety of subjects, children. When he was speaking, children, his flair for legislative work became evident to the whole nation. while he was speaking, while he was making debate on the legislative work, everyone were looking towards Dr. B.R. Ambedkar because of the flair that he had. Flair in the sense, the fire that he has in his speech, and he has in his debate, children. Got it? Fire in the sense, firebrand. If some people speak, children, nobody can comment about those people, because they give such type of correlations and the type of such type of examples, and they talk about the facts and the real things in that way, with quoting some reasons. Okay, in that way that Ambedkar was speaking there. So that's why he was his legislative work became popular, and his talent was recognized by each and every people, both in the inside the legislative assembly and outside the legislation, even throughout in the entire India. The India come to know about this person when he was debating there. You might have seen this work there, children. In assembly, when he was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly, that he was making a serious debate, children. Yes, here that you can look, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, children. Okay, there are so many people, elected bodies are there. Okay, along with them, that he used to debate. Soon the constituent. Have you understood the third paragraph, children? Yes. Let's go to the fourth one. Soon the Constituent Assembly of India offered Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to the social philosophy and to his undying faith in the dignity of human beings. Looking at the talent and his flair and his ideas and his wisdom, he was given the responsibility, children. Nodi, look at that. Soon the Constituent Assembly in the Samvidhanavanna, Constituent Assembly in the sense Shasakanga Sabha, it has offered Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to the social philosophy and to its undying faith in the dignity of human beings. See, to give a permanent shape to the rules and regulations, laws of the Constituent Assembly, they have chose Dr. Ambedkar. They have chosen Ambedkar to give a shape to give a right shape to the Indian Constitution, children. Baba Saheb was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of the far-sighted and the objective leadership of the Indian National Congress that it requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and made its chairman. Look at that, children. Ambedkar was not in the Congress party, children. Okay, there was a Congress party, not the present one, children. During the time of freedom struggle in 1885, with the help of Allan Octavian Hume, the Indians have started the Indian National Congress to fight against the Britishers. You know, that organization that was existed till then, that party has gave him a chance. Gave him a chance. Observing his talents and his flair and his experience, children, they offered the Indian National Congress as requested. They requested Ambedkar to serve as the chairman of Indian Drafting Committee. Look at these lines, children. Look at the lines of these which have helped Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to underline these lines, children. Just a minute. I'm sorry. Yes. So this is also very important on the point of exam, children. Why he was selected to the chairman of Indian drafting committee. Chairman in the sense ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ. ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಕರಡು ಸಮಿತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಕರಡು ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರನ್ನ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಯಿತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸಿಯರ್ look at there. Though he was not in the Congress, why he was selected to the chairman of Constituent Assembly, children? Yes, Constituent Drafting Committee. Yes, he was very much talented, and he was he knew, he came from the ground level, root level, and he knew the every sufferings, and he knew the intolerance of the people who suffered a lot in the root level caste people, children. That is why that he was, and also that he was read very much. Okay, he was LLB graduate, and he also went to abroad to learn the things now. That's why that he was given an opportunity to serve as the chairman of Indian Drafting Committee. Understood? Okay. Yes. See in this picture that you can see how he worked as the Indian Drafting Committee worker. Got it? Yes. Now I think that we have to stop here, children. That I will come to the remaining part in the next class. Okay. Yes. Okay, let it be. Let us take the homework in today's class, children. And the very important questions, as I said, how can you say that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is a voracious reader? Okay, take down that one. And also second one, what did Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? Look at that. Second question is, what did Ambedkar do to uplift the depressed class in India? And one more question, children. Why was Dr. Ambedkar chosen or selected as the chairman of the Indian Drafting Committee? Okay. Yes. I hope that you have written these 3 questions. You will write the answer to these questions in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Shall we stop here, children? Okay. Thank you.